Welcome back to the Deep Dive, where we take your stack of research and reports and surgically extract the knowledge you need.
Today, we are strapping in for a deep dive into the HP OmniBook 7.
A machine aimed squarely at the top tier of ultrabooks.
And this isn't just about a polished new laptop. The central focus today is the architecture underneath it all. The Intel Core Ultra 7 255H processor.
Exactly.
We're analyzing a complete generational pivot for Intel. The one codenamed Meteor Lake.
Right, and our mission here is to move past all the intense marketing, especially that AI PC buzzword that's everywhere, and get to the specific measurable details.
We need to know if this new Core Ultra architecture actually delivers on the promises.
Genuinely improved design, sustained performance, and I think most importantly, measurable AI gains for you, the user.
Right. We've looked at the reports aimed at HP's target audience. We're talking students needing all-day battery, creative professionals.
And of course, the tech enthusiasts who just want to know how the new architecture works.
Exactly. We're testing the OmniBook 7's claim to challenge the Dell XPS and, of course, the benchmark, the MacBook Air.
Okay, so let's unpack this, literally.
Yeah.
Starting with the physical experience, I appreciate the trend towards sustainability, and the sources noted HP is shifting toward more sustainable packaging. But was there, a specific visible difference here?
Oh, there was. It wasn't just some generic nod to being green. The sources specifically highlighted a noticeable reduction in single-use plastics.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and a much greater reliance on recycled pulp for the internal cushioning. It's a small detail, but when a massive player like HP does this, it really sets a standard.
I love that kind of specific insight. Okay, so inside the box, we have the laptop, setup docks, and then the power brick. The sources noted an interesting detail about the adapter itself.
That's a crucial one, especially for travelers. The report specified that depending on your region, you might get either a 65-watt or a 100-watt USB-C power adapter.
And that actually matters for performance, right?
A lot. The 100-watt brick lets that Core Ultra 7 chip sustain higher peak performance under heavy load. The 65-watt version is more about portability. You really need to know which one you're getting.
That's a great piece of intel. Now, HP's OmniBook legacy is all about that premium feel. Did the chassis hold up? Any flex or weak spots?
It definitely upholds that premium expectation. The sources explicitly looked for flex in the keyboard deck and the lid. And, well, it passed. No disconcerting creaks or wobble.
Really?
And that solid build quality is actually key for how well the cooling works later on.
The small design details always matter most for daily use. So the hinge, did it pass that simple yet mandatory test?
The one-finger open test.
Yeah.
It did. And that, it speaks volumes about the engineering. But for productivity, the port selection is just as revealing.
So is it ready for a modern workspace? We're talking modern high-speed connections?
Absolutely. Thunderbolt 4 is confirmed. And for listeners who don't live and breathe acronyms, that means you can run dual 4K external displays from a single port.
A huge deal for pros.
It's the critical link.
And for those of us still hanging on to legacy gear like a USB stick or a keyboard dongle?
No, thankfully they didn't ditch everything. Our reviewers were happy to see USB-A ports are still there.
Oh, good.
And crucially, there's also an HDMI 2.1 port. So you can plug into a modern monitor without needing a dongle. It's ready for pretty much anything.
All right, let's pivot from the outside to the initial software experience. How quick was the first boot in the setup of Windows 11?
The initial post was noted as quick, as you'd expect, and connectivity checks were strong. This machine supports Wi-Fi 7 or 6E.
Okay, but why does that matter today? Most people don't have a Wi-Fi 7 router yet.
That's a fair challenge, but the inclusion of 6E is immediately vital. For users in dense environments like dorms or crowded offices, Wi-Fi 6E is your salvation.
Because of the different band.
Exactly. It accesses the uncongested 6 gigahertz band, less latency, fewer dropouts. Wi-Fi 7 is just proving the machine is future-proofed.
Got it. Now here's where it can get really frustrating for new PC buyers. The bloatware check. It sounds like the classic Windows experience.
Yeah.
Buying a premium machine and finding software sandbags in the trunk.
Precisely. It's a resource tax on your new purchase. The sources warn that it does come with some preloaded software, the usual suspects, trial security suites, some unwanted apps.
So the advice is,
check your programs list immediately and uninstall anything you don't recognize or need.
And speaking of utilities, this is a brand new architecture. I'm guessing driver maintenance is key.
Paramount. You need to ensure those new Intel Core Ultra drivers are optimized from day one. The recommended tool, which the source emphasized, is the HP Support Assistant.
Right, you have to run that to make sure you're not leaving performance on the table.
That's it.
Let's talk about the sensory experience, display and audio. If you're a creative pro or a student working outside, the screen has to be stellar.
The display is critical, and it really delivers here. The sources confirmed strong color accuracy, but more importantly, when they tested 4K video content, the contrast was strong.
And the key test for portability, the brightness.
It was assessed to be bright enough for comfortable outdoor use, which is often where other Ultrabooks really fail.
That outdoor brightness check is the real-world litmus test. And viewing angles.
Wide and usable, good for sharing your screen.
Okay, now audio. Often overlooked. How did the speakers fare at max volume? Any distortion?
Audio was clearly a priority. The testing checked for distortion at max volume, and the OmniBook 7 remained clear.
What about bass response?
The silence on specific bass details probably means it's adequate but not stellar. You'll get clear mids and highs, which is great for dialogue, but don't expect booming cinematic sound.
That makes sense for a work machine. And for the era of hybrid work Zoom and Teams calls, how were the webcam and mics?
These are the new baseline productivity features, right? The sources confirmed the webcam and mic quality were tested extensively. They noted the mic array was really good at filtering out background noise.
Which is crucial.
Absolutely. We're finally moving past those grainy 720p cameras.
Let's move to the physical interaction. Keyboard and trackpad. If you type all day, this is your lifeblood. What was the typing experience like?
The test focused keenly on key travel, tactile feedback, and layout. The layout was noted as spacious, which is great for long sessions, and the backlighting was even and subtle.
It's those little haptic details that matter.
They really do. It's the difference between a functional laptop and one you actually enjoy using.
And the trackpad. Especially critical if you're going up against the MacBook Air, where the trackpad is legendary.
That's the bar, and they had to clear it. The trackpad was tested for responsiveness and size, and thankfully, it's large and highly responsive.